Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the new Makeup Revolution Wild Animal palettes. So Makeup Revolution have just came out with a new range and the theme is wild animals, and I think that is such a cute theme. I love animal print. So today I'm going to be doing a quick review of these palettes and I'm going to do a quick testing of one of the palettes. So if you'd like to know my thoughts and opinions on these palettes, then keep on watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you leave a like and also leave a comment. The Makeup Revolution has came out with 3 palettes and Makeup Revolution actually kindly sent me these palettes. So firstly, if we talk about the packaging, I love the packaging. I firstly love how these palettes look because they look so sleek and nice. They're quite minimalistic, you know, with just the animal print and then just the name. I love how they all have 3 different animal prints so you can distinguish between each palette. I also love the material that the palette's made of. I don't know what it's made of, probably something that's been printed over. But I love the fact that you can't see any fingerprints because sometimes, you know, when I hold up the palettes with my ring light, it shows all my dirty fingerprints, which is really annoying and that looks really messy, but you can't really avoid it on some palettes. So I love that you don't see the fingerprints. And these palettes, looking at the back, are also cruelty free. Okay, so I'm going to firstly start off with this palette, and this palette is the Corage Wild Animal palette. And as you can see, it has a lovely leopard print. I think it's leopard print. Is it leopard print or cheetah print? Leopard print or cheetah print on the front. Like I said, you can't see your fingerprints, which is great. This is what the palette looks like. This palette is very brown, very earth toned. I love how there's a mixture of shimmers and mattes, and I feel like this palette would be perfect if you need to do some kind of sultry neutral looks. I'm not going to swatch the eyeshadow palettes because I don't think that swatches kind of give the eyeshadows any justice, because swatching an eyeshadow palette with your finger and using the shadow with a brush are 2 completely different things, so I feel like swatches can be quite deceiving sometimes. But anyway, yes, this is the Courage palette. It's absolutely stunning. I love the mixtures of colours, very earth toned. And yeah, so this is the first palette here. This here is the next palette, and this one is called the Face palette, and this one has a lovely tiger print on the front, and I feel like the tiger print goes really nicely with the name because tigers obviously fierce, and you know what I mean. So this is what the palette looks like. I'm definitely getting fiery face vibes from it with, you know, the mixtures of oranges and browns and reds. Again, there is a mixture of matte shades and shimmer shades in this palette. I am definitely drawn towards these fiery reds, oranges and yellow shades here at the bottom, and you can definitely create a lot of looks with this. You can definitely create some bright looks, obviously with the bright reds and the oranges, or you can do something a little bit more neutral, you know, with the muted brown and orange tones too. And this is the third palette here, and this one is the Integrity palette, and this one has a really cute zebra print on the front. This is what the palette looks like. There's definitely a range of shades in here. You got your bright shades, you got your more muted tones, you got some shimmers in there. I'm really drawn to the bright shades in this one, so like the bright yellow, the bright orange and the bright red and blue. You know, if you guys have seen my Instagram, you know what I'm like. I am absolutely drawn to colourful eyeshadows. I also want to point out that Makeup Revolution came out with some brush sets as well to go with the collection. This one here is the Courage Set, and in this set you get 2 face brushes and 3 smaller brushes. And as you can see, this has the really cute leopard print on these brushes as well. I love that detail. And as you can see, I've used this brush already, but the brushes are really soft and fluffy. And this one here is the face set. Again, you get 2 face brushes here and you get 3 smaller brushes, and these brushes have the tiger print on this one, I think it is. Okay, so I don't know what look I'm actually going to do, but I think I'm going to use the Integrity palette to do a look, and I'm going to make something up as I go along. So I've just zoomed you guys all up in my grill just to see how the eyeshadow performs nice and close. So I'm going to take Makeup Revolution's Cut Crease Canvas in the shade Halo, and I'm just going to place a couple dots on my eye. So firstly I'm going to dip into this bright blue shade here, and I'm going to place this right into my crease. So far this colour is showing up really nicely. Just hopefully it will blend out really nicely too. So far I've not actually had any fallout, which is great. So I'm just going to repeat this onto the other eye as well. Okay, so that blue definitely blended out really, really nicely, and it's definitely standing out really, really nicely too. Pigmentation is definitely there. I've had the teeniest and tiniest of fallouts just on my nose, but fallout doesn't bother me. So next I'm going to go in with one of the Makeup Revolution brushes, and I'm going to go into this bluey green shade here, and I'm just going to blend the blue out with this shade. I must say that this brush is really soft, really nice on the eyes. I'm not going to go too crazy with this eyeshadow look. Now I'm going to take this other fluffy brush here, and I'm just going to try and blend out the edges, just so they're less harsh. So I'm just going to go back in with the same brush that we used for the blue, and I'm just going to make sure that everything's extra seamless. I'm really pleased with these eyeshadows. They've blended together really, really nicely. As you can see, they're nice and pigmented, and I'm really, really happy with them so far. Okay guys, I've changed my mind, so I'm just going to pack some more of that same dark blue just all over the lid. I was going to do a half cut crease, but I did that last time on my other Makeup Revolution review, so I'm just thinking do something a little bit different. I'm going to call this look a blue smoky eye. Okay, this is what we're looking like so far. I'm going to take this other brush and I'm going to dip into this intense shimmery shade and place it on the lid. Okay, you can barely see that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a setting spray and see if it will perform a little bit better. So I'm going to dip back into that shade and I'm just going to spritz it with my setting spray, and let's see how it does now. Ooh, I quite like it. It's kind of mixing in a little bit with the blue. I actually really like that on top. Yes, 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 I really like it. So spritzing it with a setting spray definitely did help kind of bring out the pigment in the shadow, which I don't mind doing because a lot of shadows need a bit of help with some setting spray. So I think this is really, really cute, guys. I'm really liking this. So for the bottom lash line, I'm going to go in with this small Morphe brush, and I'm going to go back into that dark blue shade, and I'm just going to sweep it right underneath. So I'm going to head back into that shimmer shade that we popped onto the lid. I'm going to spritz it with my setting spray again. I'm going to place this in the inner corner. That is really beautiful in the inner corner. I think I'm going to add some to my brow bone as well. So to line my waterline, I'm going to go in with the NYX Off Tropic Pro Liner in So Fresh. Okay, so I'm going to pop on some lashes, add a little something to my lip, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Okay guys, so this is the final look that I have created. It is a nice blue kind of smoky eye situation with a pop of shine on the lid. Overall, I really, really love this palette. I love the colour combinations that you can create. These shadows definitely performed well on the eye. Pigmented, not a lot of fallout, and they blended together really, really nicely. The shimmer that I placed on the lid did need a little bit of help with some setting spray, but that happens to a lot of eyeshadows, so that's not really anything to worry about. So overall, I am very, very happy with this palette, and I would definitely recommend it. Obviously, I'm yet to try the other two palettes out. If these two palettes do perform as well as this one, then it would be definitely worth the money. And I like how they've kind of separated the different colours out. So there's one colourful palette, there's one kind of warm tone palette, and there's one earthy neutral tone palette too. Again, Makeup Revolution have amazing eyeshadows for such an affordable price. So yeah, after testing this out, I would definitely recommend it. So thank you guys for watching this review. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. So before you go, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure you leave a comment below and let me know what video you guys would like to see next. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!